Good evening, folks. Phil Gallagher of Thraben University here for another Legacy stream. Today we are going to be playing Elves with a special guest, Daryl Ayers. Welcome to the stream. For those of you who haven't met you before, will you just say a little bit about yourself?
Oh, what up, YouTube? My name's Daryl. I'm an East Coast player. I've played Legacy before.
Just a
That's
bit.
all you need to know. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. So way back many years ago when I met you, you had a bit of a reputation as very much being a lands player, but since then you've had a lot of success with Rug Delver, Death and Taxes, and a little bit of other things here and there.
Well, I
Um,
mean, I will say I had a reputation as a Lands player, but I just think that Lands was the best deck, so I just played it. I don't think I was like in love with the deck because I stopped playing it once it got worse.
yeah, I understand that. That's kind of where I'm at with D&T these days, sadly. I miss playing my Thalias, but like it is not the time. Womp womp. All right. So, why did you want to try out elves? When we were talking about streaming, we were looking at maybe playing a rug deck. We were maybe looking at trying Doomsday. Is it mostly just the Allosaurus Shepherds that you're excited about?
Basically, it just seems like it's pretty well positioned in the metagame. All these rug decks don't really have forked bolts and cages as much as they used to, and Oko is pretty horrible against your deck. So that's like a good place to be. These decks also kind of can really beat up on the snow decks in conjunction with Shepherd, just because the snow decks don't really have sweepers like other control decks of the past, so you can really outpace them or just
Yeah,
combo them or kill them.
you're looking at like two plague engineers in the sideboard as like the thing that you're most afraid of in most of those sorts of matchups, and if you manage to dodge those, like you're absolutely golden.
Yeah, basically that.
Also, like how do most current decks beat a Progenitus?
That's
Like,
that that's enough. That's what I mean, right? Is that card has also gotten a lot better too because there's just no wraths.
all right. I think the list that we're playing is kind of unexciting. It's just a lot of good stock cards. It is playing Once Upon a Time, which is a recent addition to some, but not all versions of the deck list. It really helps you get a little more gas out of your Gaia's Cradle and helps to smooth out the opening hands. And Once Upon a Time has been seeing play in everything from fair green decks to even Eldrazi just to smooth out those openers.
Yeah, I'm kind of skeptical of that card, but maybe it's good. I didn't want to change anything as I haven't played Elves. I know Matt Hoey went 20-0 in the Mana Traders event, and then he did okay in the NRG series too.
Yeah, so this deck list has got to be a good starting point. With that said, I think we're just gonna jump into a league. As opposed to Elves' list of years past, we do also have a Collector Oof in the sideboard as a very, very good singleton Green Sun target. So any big events coming up for you?
No, basically just the I'm gonna play in the Mana Traders thing. I played in the NRG event and I went 4-2 with the Rug Stifle a Snow deck. And it felt pretty good, but I think Snow as a deck is just medium, so I was kind of not super high on it.
I just don't also find the gameplay particularly compelling. Like I know
Yeah,
that's not the biggest deal in the world when it comes to results or anything, but if I get bored playing a deck, I don't play quite as tight.
yep, I mean I do the same thing. I basically only play a lot of a deck when I think it's pretty fun. The deck's not that fun, but I was winning a good amount with it, so I just kept playing it.
Looks like this is a fine opening hand to me.
Yeah, it has a cradle. Who cares what else it has, you know?
I am basically of the same opinion, yes. All right, we're likely to be playing against some sort of fair blue deck like Snowco.
Yeah, it
So
looks like
we'll see if this deck does indeed crush Snowco. Well, that's a good start. Feels like Fetch Forest, Once Upon a Time, then Allosaurus Shepherd.
what do you want to fetch? You could find a Dried Arbor in like a couple turns. Oh, that card that's a Dried Arbor, that's not a
That's
forest.
a yeah, that's a sneaky Dryad Arbor.
Okay, I would do that then. Yeah. I would play I would get the forest and Once Upon a Time. Hopefully you find another shepherd because they're likely to STP this one.
Visionary and Wirewood Symbiote are both pretty strong here.
I would take Symbiote and play Birchlore Rangers, I think.
Just want to protect the Allosaurus Shepherd from the first Swords
And
to
then
Plowshares.
the next turn you get to play Shepherd, Symbiote, Visionary, and
Yeah,
maybe
that'll be
replay the
really
Visionary.
strong.
Yeah. Yeah, I would play this one face up.
Oh, well,
Okay, so they're playing the 2 days rug deck, which is horrible, but here we are. Uh, yeah, that is so insane to me that this deck sees play, or like these lists see play. Okay,
yeah.
so
So now could get dazed again. It's incredibly unlikely though.
you could get dazed again, but you don't really have a. I don't really care. I think I would play Symbiote Shepherd.
I think so as well.
So
Like
I don't
this
really
isn't
care
gonna
if
get like
Symbiote.
forced or anything.
I don't really care if it dies in this hand either.
Well, okay.
Whatever. They're like they're incredibly far behind. Make sure you move phases when you play your Dryad Arbor. Yeah,
Yeah, we
don't
don't
want to
want to
get.
get that Swords to Plowshare to be incredibly awkward.
I think they're playing Bolt, but yeah.
Oh, right, 2 days rug, but that's okay. We're looking at having Elvish Visionary Wirewood Symbiote long term.
Yep. Okay. I would just play your 2/1 drops. Probably lead with maybe you. It's possible you could play. I'm trying to think how you want to play this out.
There's
Maybe you don't
also a
really
line
care.
that involves just casting a Green Sun for a Dryad Arbor and then casting a 1 drop, but I think
So
we want
I
to turn
think
this into a
that's.
different thing later.
I think you want to turn that into a symbiote. I think I would just play Shepherd, Quirion Ranger, and then let them kill one because at this point they've traded basically all their land drops. So even if they force something later, let's say they bolt your Shepherd and then force something later on, they don't really have a big way to punish you. Like, well, I don't know what they're gonna do to really like break your back basically because you just have a bigger board presence and they're playing a fair mid range deck. It's not like they had removal spells instead of these dazes, so that they can't even follow it up with a good play. Okay.
That's strong, and it's basically free as well. We're not expecting any sweepers of any kind out of this deck, right?
No, not out of this deck. I would just play Shepherd and then Visionary. See if you draw land and then Green Sun for 1 probably. Because if you
Well,
play a land, then you don't have
yeah.
to use your Ranger.
That also does it.
I would play
That's
that.
pretty sick.
And then next turn I'd just play your Visionary, and next turn I think I'd look to Green Sun for Behemoth. Definitely have enough mana for that, I think. 6, 7, 8, yeah.
Yeah, that should be totally fine.
Yeah, you can just attack for what, 3, 2. They're gonna die by like 100
One, two, three,
points,
four,
so
5, 6, 7, 8. Forest untap is 9, although we might just pay extra with Heritage Druid to play around soft permission anyway.
you're gonna fetch a Dryad Arbor here as well. They could stifle your Behemoth, but even if they did, they would die, I think.
Not
They would just
anymore.
get attacked for like 7 and then die the next turn.
Yeah, I think they would just die to me turning these creatures sideways for 3 turns anyway.
Yeah. Okay, they know they're dead.
I am inclined to still Progenitus against this deck. What say
I think
you?
I would want Progenitus. My gut says I would want Decays, probably not Trophy. I think I want Cabal Therapy.
Really? What's your
You could
reasoning?
I just want to take Oko, or I mean maybe it's bad. It just seems like that kind of card would be good in a grind fest, but maybe you only board it in for combo and I'm over sideboarding. The other option is Leyline, but maybe Leyline is only for the combo graveyard decks, and you don't actually want it.
So it feels to me like our primary game plan is pretty good, so we don't over sideboard. Like I feel
Yeah,
like we sub one hoof for a Progenitus and then do abrupt decays for I don't know, maybe like a once upon a time and
you could cut a natural order if you really wanted to, but maybe that is bad. It's
I don't
probably
know.
bad if you're
Like if
bringing
we're
the
bringing in the
Progenitus.
Progenitus, that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. Seems like we just shave a non-vital piece. Maybe it's hard to get 3 creatures for Herald Druid on board
I could
simultaneously.
that probably seems fine.
Try that.
Yeah, yeah, I don't want to over sideboard.
Yeah, and you mentioned Oko specifically, but like I think we're going wide of Oko a lot of the time.
Yeah, but sometimes you're not always able to go wide enough, so you want to be able to clean it up, I think. And you don't have too many of that effect, but yeah, I mean I could be wrong.
I so we kind of have 2 mana on turn 2 because of Quirion Ranger, assuming that it lives. What do you think of this hand? I think it's medium.
I think it's medium, but I'm kind of okay keeping it on the draw.
That was
Because let's
my
say
thought as well.
you go turn one Sentinel, turn two attack, play Korean Ranger, play Wirewood or Shepherd, maybe. It's actually possible you just play Shepherd on turn one to play through their days.
Yeah, I was thinking Shepherd on one when I looked at the opener.
Okay, yeah, I'm good with Shepherd on one, and then make sure you get a Forest.
Oh yeah, we're not in Bayou territory right now. That is oh, is the Source of Plowshares version. Okay.
Okay. Think I would definitely play you're definitely playing it at days, but how do you want to play into it? What do you want to offer them?
We can offer
Probably the
them
Sentinel.
the Sentinel and then play land afterwards into Wirewood.
That's fine. Do you want them to day Sentinel? Because otherwise you would just play. I mean, it's not really gonna matter. I would just you could just play Sentinel and see what they do. You could also fetch first and see if they have Stifle, but I think it's not gonna matter too much. If they have everything, you're kind of gonna get screwed. So I would just play Sentinel. Yeah.
Okay. I think they're F6'd.
Okay.
They've
Okay.
responded
Just play
very quickly.
Wirewood.
Do we get it off of Bayou here? Otherwise, we lack access to green.
If I'm getting Bayou here, then I'm playing Korean Ranger instead.
Yeah. What do you think of that line?
I think that's fine. Make them if they have Days Wasteland, that would suck, but that wouldn't even be too bad. Looks like they're F6 as it is.
Do something, opponent. I need something to talk about.
Yeah, do anything. Or
Are you just gonna?
or
Yep.
Oko. Yeah.
All right. So we have a Quirion Ranger daring fest for a little while. I think I'm
I
just
think I would
crashing in for
play
3.
I think I would play Symbiote with my Bayou then attack.
Post combat, we can for one. I don't think we're supposed to play around some Supreme Verdict caliber card here.
Well, you kind of do if you play a Symbiote anyways.
Yeah, that's true.
just nothing.
They've left Tundra open. Could have some form of interaction. I think we're just crashing in, and
I would
then
play Once Upon a Time before I did anything, probably.
really over just abrupt
You
decay.
can attack and get the. Oh, yeah. What am I thinking? Yeah, of course you're gonna decay. Yeah, I would just attack them for 5 decay. And then you can play Nettle Sentinel 2 here.
We're just little green aggro deck doing our thing.
Yeah, if you draw, I mean, you have a lot of draws that kind of let you natural order and win instantly.
I don't even know if we like cast a natural order if we draw a cradle, assuming the board looks similar to what it does this turn. This is totally fine with me.
I think I might pick an elf up. Okay, I was gonna say I might pick an elf up here to play around Wrath, but then again, they're probably not gonna path you if they have Wrath coming. You don't. Sadly, you don't have a vision or anything like that.
Yeah, I don't think we can. Well, I mean, we could have picked up an elf, but I don't know that it's correct to. We still get to bounce one anyway, and we don't have a glimpse or anything that really rewards us for having more cards in hand.
Yep.
Burrow coming back.
Yep.
Now we're in like past a natural order territory.
Well, I think. Do you just want to play a natural order? I'm not sure if it's gonna get better for you. So what could you Once Upon a Time for? You could Once Upon a Time for Shepherd or Cradle. I'm
Shepherd
trying to think
is
if anything does
just
anything.
creatures, right? So it wouldn't make the natural order uncounterable later.
Yeah. No, it doesn't. It says green spells, doesn't it?
Ooh, is it green spell? The wording here. It is green spells, okay. So we can fish for Allosaurus Rider specifically.
But then you're just looking to get
Allosaurus
path
Shepherd.
anyways.
This is awkward because like we know they have dazes. I don't
They
know if
might have
they.
cut it. They might have cut it against you. Pretty bad against your deck with the style of deck they're playing. I might just play the natural order. You're kind of screwed anyways.
I think I'm with
Because
you.
because if you miss on your shepherd anyways, it's just horrible.
I think we get the second Bayou here
Yeah, I would get by number 2.
and junk
Just like a sentinel,
Sentinel.
right? Yeah, I'll untap that guy. What's up? All right, I would kill them.
Sounds good. Oh my god, Stifle. Keep punishing. Oh no, it's gonna be a a second Path to Exile.
I don't think
That's
you can
super
attack.
awkward.
Yeah, I would just pass and then bounce my guys so you don't take 6.
Rough. Alright. Maybe we got greedy. Maybe we should have just like flopped the Progenitus in play and tried to kill them over 2 turns.
Yeah, that could have been better. It just, yeah. I guess if they just have another removal spell, you get screwed. Because if you Progenitus, then they die, yeah, over like 2 or 3 turns. They have a food, but they basically have to wrath you.
I don't think we trade the board for that.
Nah, I would just take 6.
Crashing at them post combat once upon a time to untap.
Yeah, you gotta kill the Oko. Again, I'm not sure you can really come back in this game, but if you draw Visionaries and another Symbiote, you might be good here.
Oh wow, we did get the Oko. Happy about that. You know, we still have a big issue. Cast Force. Okay.
Okay. Dryad Arbor is also suitable for blocking. Alright, I would get Visionary and play it. Being that's our only choice, really.
Right. Something, but I don't know that we're coming back.
No, I don't think you're coming back, but we've got a hope and a dream.
I mean, opponent does have 1 card.
If you draw any kind of if you draw another natural order, you can Progenitus this time. Which, looking back, we should have done the first time, but we're here now.
Alright. I think we take this hit, and then we start looking at chump blocking and following turns if we wish
Yeah, I
to.
don't want to just throw a creature away.
I mean, yes.
Alright, well, I would play that.
So, is the line Quirion Ranger, use a Quirion Ranger, bounce a land, replay land, play natural order around days?
You should play around Spell Pierce, too. Just don't play the other Ranger yet. I don't really care if you get Wastelanded.
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
Just sack the Elk. Right? All the other cards are better. You can play that. You might as well just play that. If you get
Yeah.
Wrath, it's over anyways.
Crash in with these, I think. Then play this post combat to untap this.
Sure,
Are
you could
are
get
we
Wasteland
willing to
Daze.
trade these? Like,
Yeah. Who cares? I don't know what else they're doing. If this was your plan, then you should have attacked with the 3/3/2. You would have gotten in another point. This also
that's true.
shortens the clock. Okay, now you should play the Ranger. Yeah.
Get wastelanded. It seems odd to me that they wouldn't have cast that in response to the natural order. wonder if these Death
My God,
Touchers.
I think you should chump block this Uro and not kill it. Maybe so. The thing is, they're gonna want to replay to draw another card. I think you lose if your Progenitus leaves the battlefield, so you should give them one less card.
Okay, that
So
makes
like,
sense to me.
what if you just chump it?
Yeah, I don't think we need the second Quirion Ranger.
No.
We should do some math though about whether or not we actually base. So they're effectively at 25, really closer to 28. So we're attacking for 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. We do kill them in 2 turns, assuming
Well, I
no
don't think you're
interaction.
attacking with all your other guys, but we can also use the Korean Ranger to untap stuff. So
Could throw away the Nettle Sentinel instead here.
I think I would throw away a Ranger and get the extra 2 points in because you can attack with that. If you draw another green spell, then it untaps too. I would just crack in with everything.
I think so.
Yeah, you need to play the Birch Lore face up, I think. Otherwise, you don't untap your Sentinel, right?
Yep.
You should use your Ranger now too. Untap one creature just in case. It's not gonna matter if they get to wasteland you, but I just don't care at all. I want to be able to untap all my guys if you need it.
This, that.
Just throwing it out there. That point we missed might matter here. Or
Visionary.
yeah, Visionary's fine. No, I would block with the one that makes colors, the Birch Lore Rangers. You don't need that. Visionary can matter if you draw a Wirewood. You would want to draw an extra card. If we had attacked the one turn with the elk, they might have traded for the snake, and then we wouldn't be dead next turn because you're also dead to an STP. He shuffled, so this is all blind.
A lot of looks.
Oh yeah, Negator's right. We guess we could have played that face down and untapped with a ranger. Okay, you're dead now, right?
Rough.
Yeah, because now they get to replay the row. Yeah, you're dead. You'd have to. I don't know what you could draw.
We don't have an ooze, right?
I don't believe so.
Oh no, they can't replay.
Oh
So they
wow.
need one more thing.
Oh my gosh, they're exactly dead. That is insane.
Oh, oh,
That's what they
please. I need
see.
this.
That's what happens when you play 4 colors instead of 3. Oh,
Ah,
okay. Hate to see that. You can draw decay here. You have basically one out, and you have a couple rebuys. What's your deck? What's your deck list?
we don't have mana for Allosaurus Shepherd activation. We have one Crater Hoof in the sideboard. We've used the other.
You need a natural order for a visionary.
Natural order for Visionary. Draw into exactly Abrupt Decay.
Basically,
So,
you should attack first.
right, with
Everything. I guess you don't need to attack with everything, but it's not really going to matter if you do or don't, because you're going to untap your stuff. You could attack with just Progenitus if you really wanted.
I think these two is 100% free. We're already playing. Ah, Uro's stupid.
I mean,
Our
they're gonna
opponent
gain a
has.
bunch of health. I would attack with
Yeah.
everything.
Seems like we're sacking Visionary,
Sack
right?
Visionary, yeah. Visionary. You got one out. That's not it.
Alright, dead. Yeah, no outs. Unfortunate.
Yeah, yeah. 10 mana card loses to Ura. I mean, we lost to ourselves though. We should have attacked with the elk and also gotten the Progenitus
Progenitus the
on the
first time
first one.
around, yeah.
Yeah, both those mistakes were cost of the game. Still don't think you want Leyline against this person's deck.
I don't think so.
The deck felt fine the way it is. I'd probably just run it back.
I agree.
I'll take the play. What's up? Alright, this hand's horrible.
I agree. Yikes. I think we're going all in on a Alice or a Shepherd into Progenitus line if we keep this hand.
Yeah, I'd probably just keep this, but it could be wrong. I would just be looking to get Dryad Arbors. Get rid of the forest. Yeah, Negator might be right. He's saying that we want a Thought Season to Natural Order for Progenitus, which could definitely be the plan, but not what we did. I'm convinced you just got me on stream to look stupid because I don't know how to play elves.
I mean, I look stupid all the time. Don't worry about it.
Deafening silence.
This is not particularly good against us.
Yeah, that ain't it, Chief.
Do we still go for the Allosaurus Shepherd here, or do we just like plan on fetching Dryad Arbor and play Nettle Sentinel?
Well, do you have a reason to Shepherd right now? You can't do anything next turn anyways. You'd have to draw Caryatol.
Yeah,
I
that's
think I would
true.
I think I would probably fetch Dryad and play Sentinel. I'm kind of just down to. I mean, yeah, you have to tap the Dryad you haven't played, right? You
Yeah.
just fetch at the end of their turn. I think I'm just down to kind of lose to Wrath, but
Yeah, I don't think we're beating something of that caliber this.
not sure why they have Deafening Silence. It's better against their deck than yours. Because they have Brainstorm, Ponder, and
Yeah,
Astrolabe.
like now they can't like Swords of Plowshares in this cycle, for example.
Well, they can do it on your turn, but
Yeah.
they can't play a Ponder that's sitting in their hand now, which they should have 4. I think I would
Or
just slap for 3 and get a Shepherd. You're kind of playing into their removal spell. Well, I guess they would just see. I think that's fine. I think I would just hit for 3 and get a Shepherd.
I think we also fetch Bayou first for that, 1% value.
You want to fetch? Yeah, that's fine. I guess you have nothing else to do with, so that's fine. I would just fetch, and then I would get the creature before you attack. Because you could play around days this way if
Yep.
they keep it back in on the play.
Ooh. I mean, I'm
Wow, aren't you a
totally happy
fool?
with that trade.
Okay, sure.
think I'd
Yeah, I
still
think I would
jam
still just I
that
would
into
attack
days.
and then play it this time.
Sure, since we're playing into the days anyway.
Yeah. Well, they can't daze you, so
Oh, that's
they
actually
have
true.
deafening silence. The question is, do you still want a shepherd here? Probably.
I think so.
Yep. If you draw Cradle, I'm not. I might just attack for 10 or make them 5/5s, right?
Yeah, that's pretty
Because if
good.
you so they're going to be incentivized to kill your shepherd as it is. So if you just play natural order, then they can go. Oh, they can't STP force you. So if you go natural order, if you sack the Dryad Arbor, or you probably want to sack Dryad Arbor, and you get a hoof, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, I would just natural order and get hoof. I think I don't really want to. I just want to like threaten lethal. They have to have a stifle, even if they have a removal spell. Then the only bad thing here is if they have stifle/removal spell into Supreme Verdict. But I think you're dead to Supreme Verdict anyways.
I agree.
And Progenitus plays around Supreme Verdict worse than Hoof does.
I'm sacking Nettle Sentinel here, right?
I think you sack Dryad Arbor
Oh,
because uh, even if they were to stifle the hoof trigger and they do something on their next turn, you want the extra elf for the Allosaurus Rider Shepherd activated ability.
all right. And we want to go with the hoof again?
Yeah, I would go with the hoof. Yeah. Yeah, negators on the jam part, the jam train. You can't have both when you deafening silence yourself.
All right.
Wow, wow, you played perfectly. That was amazing.
Yep, as scoreboard says so. Never mind that -1 there. That part's not important.
I mean, that's just when you drew bad.
That makes a lot of sense.
It's hard to draw a lot from that match because we threw away one game, and then I think in the next game they just killed themselves with the deafening silence.
I mean, I take the games like that.
Yeah, we take those. This hand looks good, right? Well, maybe it doesn't.
It's
That does
not
nothing.
actually as exciting as it looks. Like we have lands and spells, but this hand doesn't actually do anything. Like we don't have 3 elves for this stuff. We don't have anything to bounce for value here.
Yeah, I'm down to mulligan. Fish for a good hand. All right, this hand does a lot of stuff.
And sure does.
Green Sun is probably maybe your worst card, or maybe it's the natural
Green
order.
Sun
So,
lets us get Dryad Arbor on turn 1.
do you even want to get Dryad Arbor on turn one?
Well,
Or like, so
it's
what's your
a
plan?
mana
Your plan is to.
accelerator plus another like it's a land plus another creature for Gaia's Cradle.
Okay, so how's your turn gonna play out? You're gonna play Forest, get Dryad Arbor,
Yep.
and
And
then the next
then
turn you want to play Cradle,
yep,
and then
we
you
have
play
we can just
Glimpse, and then you have
do
Cradle up and
creatures.
Dryad Arbor untapped.
Yeah.
Right? Okay, I like that.
And then we toss back the natural order.
Yep. And then I think that lets you play all three of your creatures. It lets you go Sentinel, Wirewood, replay Sentinel, if assuming they have nothing. Draw 3 cards.
This is a real good chalice.
That's pretty bad for you.
Sure is.
I would draw Green Sun Zenith.
That sounds like a great plan. Until then,
Alright, 1.
good news is we have better than a 17 turn clock because they have Ancient Tomb.
Yeah, they basically threw the game away. Okay, so what I'm thinking here is if they play literally any card at all, we're screwed.
I agree.
Okay, 4/4. That's one of the least threatening cards they could play. That was a bad draw.
Okay. All right. All right. That's worth two land destructions right there. That's rather cruel.
Well, if you draw Shepherd, we're still out here. Not very out here, but out here.
I mean, at least they don't have a great game closer. Okay. Uh, uh
All right, I would
oh,
I
I
would
guess
probably just go next to go faster, but you probably have one more draw step.
I agree. I think if we don't hit Shepherd next turn, I'm dead.
Yeah, you're definitely dead.
Learn to Love, thank you very much for your support. Very much appreciated. For everyone just tuning in, we are playing Legacy Elves. We're 1-0 in this league, although it looks like we're pretty dead this game.
About to be down a game in round two. Looks like they're tapping mana. All right, pack it in. That's it.
Yep,
I would scoop, so I don't want him to see what I'm playing.
yep.
I'll get too late.
Yeah, once we lose the glimpse there, we're just out of lines that could potentially win us the game or help us stabilize it all.
Yeah, so the bad part about that turn sequence is when they mind twisted you. That's kind of when it started to go bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think you want Progenitus and Decay effects.
yeah, I
Would be
don't
my
know
guess.
how many of these I want, but I know I want
Well,
at least the decays.
yeah. Well, Shepherd, I think Trophy's better than Decay because you can kill Eldrazi's with it. And Shepherd already kind of stops Chalice. So what's the bad part? Hoof is bad. Hoof seems better than Progenitus to me. I don't think I would want a Progenitus and Eldrazi deck.
Okay. What are your thoughts here?
I'm not sure if it's the kind of thing where you just always trim once upon a times. I think maybe I wouldn't have the decays and I would just have trophies and bring in two once upon a times and just keep it like slim. Negator says we want all of them and Oath. How many ballistas are they playing? A lot of ballistas these days.
I don't know. I don't know that there's really a stock Eldrazi list. I feel like personal pilot preference goes a long way in those last couple of slots.
Yeah, he says it shuts off ballista and GTAs.
Okay, I can buy that. Yeah, kind of like trimming these when I don't really know what else to cut. Feel like we go.
Looking at the quote stock list, they don't have ballistas in their deck. They have ratchet bombs in the sideboard. Let's look at this list. Yeah, it looks like they don't actually play ballista. They have some ratchet bombs, and they're not really playing GTAs these days either. Because you already stopped GTA with Ranger and Sentinel, right?
Yeah, how does something like this look to you? Slash, do we want this?
My gut is that you don't want the Collector Oath, but I think having all the decays is probably fine. He says he cuts two Heritage, two Glimpse. I'm, I don't think I've never played Elves, but my gut would be not to do that, just because you have Shepherd and some decays to go over the top of it.
I can see trimming one of these.
I think trimming one seems okay.
Be like, yeah, 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 yeah. That's 61. I don't know. When in doubt, I'm gonna cut that.
That's fine, I guess.
Feel slightly awkward about these black cards. I don't super want to fetch Bayou, but maybe it's fine. Seems fine. Not overly exciting, but has land spells and an engine. Any thoughts on turn one? My thought is we put the Wirewood into play. Who's Daryl? I lost Daryl. I'll still be active. Oh, we'll figure it out. Yeah, just step away randomly for a second or mute myself. My wirewood symbiote has been cut off. I think I just like building that engine there to try to work towards something like a cradle.
Am I back?
Yes, you're back.
Okay, my power went out.
Oh,
It happens somewhat frequently, so it's not a huge deal.
okay. I just jammed Bayou into Visionary to draw a card, and we ripped a cradle there with the opening hand.
Wow, this was a good draw.
Yep.
So, what are you afraid of them doing on their next turn? Your symbiote's dead.
So, a Thought-Knot Seer taking the Green Sun is one of the more annoying things that can happen.
I don't think there's anything you can do about that. My guess would be you just flood the board as much as you can, and then try to hoof next turn. If you
So
have
the
enough for
the
that.
thing that we can do about Thought-Knots here is Green Sun for Allosaurus Shepherd, so that we have a win
You could just
condition
activate for
in
6/6. Okay.
play. I kind of
Yeah,
like
I
that
think that's
plus
better.
like Quirion or another Wirewood.
I think I would get the Korean in play, and
Well,
then
yeah, this is just free.
yeah, you get the Korean in play, and then you get to play your other ranger, your other symbiote, and then Green Sun for 1.
Yeah, I haven't played a land at this turn, right?
You just played the Cradle.
I just played the Cradle. But
You got Wastelanded, looks like.
yeah, so now we just have a fully lethal attack next turn.
Give or take. You've got 3 elves.
Fuck that.
That's bad.
Well, I can kind of answer it.
Can you? You can't cast that.
Yeah. Are we bouncing the Shepherd here since I already have one redraw?
I would bounce nothing because it's Sorcerer Spyglass.
Fuck. All right. You make a good point.
Hate to see that.
Well, all right. The good news is I think we're still
Still in it to win it.
ahead.
You think you're ahead. I think you're.
We have a
Okay,
lot of
Chalice.
really good rips here.
Yeah, there's a
Alright,
lot of
8.
cards that win the game instantly. Is that one? I would kill the Spyglass.
I think we do that as well.
Make sure you float.
Oh,
Cares. That. Yep. Ooh. What does that do? I think I would just hang out for a turn, because then next turn you have 8 mana. Ugh. You're a mana short. Actually, I would just chill, because I don't think they have Thought Knot. They would have played Thought Knot instead of that Displacer. And then next turn, if you draw any 1 mana elf, you can go 1 mana elf, Cradle, Green Sun for 8 and kill them. The other option is to Green Sun for a Shepherd.
I lean towards
And
green sunning for a shepherd. Right? Like we still have this they have to deal with if they happen to answer what we're doing. Otherwise, the
if you
shepherd
if
kills
you
them
Green Sun
next
for
turn.
Shepherd, you get to draw another card too. The problem is that was really bad against Wasteland.
True. I'm gonna do it
My gut
anyway.
says I would chill, but okay, you're just vibing it. No, 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 no. You should draw an extra card before you Green Sun, because you don't know what you're gonna hit yet. Yeah, do
That's
that the same. You
okay.
just want to. Yeah, you need to tap, and then you want to draw your card. Yeah. Because if you draw a Shepherd here, then the answer's obvious, right? Alright, then yeah, get Shepherd.
We get second plague engineered.
I
So be
mean, you
it.
don't lose anything, but it's pretty bad.
Ah,
I would pick your elves up and then be salty. It's also great because you can blink this and start killing all your other stuff too.
that's rough.
Yeah, I think you're dead. But we'll see. I was kind of surprised that they have all these cards in their deck, but they're probably pretty good, being that elves and goblins seem like two of the top decks right now.
Yep.
You should play forest and then play, or I guess you should play forest so you can draw a decay.
Sure, just go
Play forest
forest,
visionary.
visionary. Yeah.
Yeah. If you play your elves out, they're just gonna kill them all on their turn. So they're gonna
Rough.
blink the
Yep.
blink the engineering.
Alright.
Yeah.
Next game, are we just dead?
I would probably just go home. Yeah.
Oof.
That was pretty bad. That matchup seems like it could be just horrible. Not to mention their version is specifically very powerful against yours.
Yeah, I mean, I was like, not even thinking about Plague Engineer at all throughout the first half of that match.
All
This
right,
seems
this
good.
hand is absolute fire.
I think we're just casting once before taking any other actions.
You don't want to fetch a forest.
Sure, we can fetch forest. Wirewood?
It's Wirewood or Sentinel. I guess it's probably Wirewood. But Sentinel's better because it's an elf with your Shepherd. So I think I would take Sentinel at number 2 here.
Sure. Alright, and what do you like
I would I
jamming
would
into
I would play
unknown opponent?
Sentinel. I would play Sentinel because you're gonna attack on turn 2.
I agree. The Gator says they also probably have Containment Priest in there too.
Oh, of course.
Just absolute beating.
Yeah. If blinking their Plague Engineer wasn't enough, they get to blink your guys and just kill them.
Oh, we're doing things.
Yeah, you're doing stuff.
So it seems like play Cradle, cast Birch Lore.
Nope, you should play Shepherd first, right?
Yeah, sure, that's fine.
So could you play Shepherd and then play all the cards in your hand? So you go Shepherd, Cradle, Birch Lore, I mean, you have two Sentinels. You're gonna play everything. So just
Yeah.
attack for two. Attack for two. Yeah. The double Sentinels mean you just play your whole hand out.
I always forget
Yep.
that this has the can't be countered clause on it too.
Well, otherwise it would get countered, so it would not make all your other stuff uncounterable. You just play Sentinel, Birch Lore, and then dump everything. You can always yes, always yield to
I
these. Yeah.
yeah, I think so.
You gotta hit yes, then it should be good. Yep.
All right. Always yes.
That way, the other ones already always yes.
Oh, I see. I have to do them.
Yep.
Seems good. Don't we just have a
I
wirewood?
would I would return that to my hand and kill them on their turn.
Game concession? Lord Darkview, thank you very much for the bits. Hope your evening is going well.
All right. So what I would do here is kill them.
All right. Sounds like the line. That is a turn 3 actual kill. Not effective kill, but just dead in combat step. Right. I'm assuming that we're playing against some sort of snow pile or something of that general ilk.
Yeah, they're definitely playing a snow control deck.
You want to go with like the Thought Seizes this time to supplement Progenitus?
Yeah, I think Negator's probably right. I don't know if I want the therapies because they could have so many varied removal spells. I think I would do this and then two decays and cut. Yep, that seems fine. You can probably trim some once, and you could even trim Sentinel. They're pretty loose if you're not comboing right.
Yeah, like
I don't
it's
think I would
just
want to
so
cut any
bad to be
calamities.
attacking those and like having them die in
I
combat.
would cut the last ones too if you're bringing five spells and a Progenitus, which are all horrible hits. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
This hand does some things. It's kind of medium and mid-rangey. Is this a kind of hand that beats snow? So you don't really have any accelerants. You're just attacking with not
So
very much damage.
this hand looks like attack for 2 on turn 2, play 2 idiots, turn this into a visionary later.
Is that even good?
I don't know, but I don't know that this is bad enough to mulligan either.
All right, I'm down to keep this on the draw.
That is good. We have Dryad Arbor based lines for this turn
I
that
think I would play Dryad Arbor.
ramp us, and I think are just.
Yep.
Yeah, Lord Darkview, I did not critique the art of the things that I picked up. I went with cheapest available to make sure I could get everything. But yeah, I like the other Aquarian Ranger better as well.
I think I would play Sentinel Bayou Pass.
I agree
The other
with that.
option is to play Foothills Korean Ranger and then fetch the other Dryad Arbor. And that gives you more mana the following turn when you want to. I think that's a better play. I think I would play Korean Ranger and then Dryad Arbor.
Okay, give that a go.
It's also possible this is worse than Sentinel because now you can't attack for 2, but it attacks for 1, which is probably okay.
It feels kind of like we're winning with this Glamps, either actually or effectively, or our opponent pulls too far ahead and we die.
It's also possible that this was just a complete throw, and the actual play was what if Foothills go on your turn, Shepherd, Glimpse, Cradle, play your Elves out. But this is the kind of stuff that I don't really know well enough to pilot Elves effectively. Oko, you were getting owned today.
God damn it. All right. So the moral of the story is you probably shouldn't spend time learning elves right now. Too many plague engineers.
I would still fetch Dryad Arbor.
Yeah.
Think I would play Glimpse, Sentinel,
Yeah.
and probably Shepherd too, honestly.
So this is how we're going to try to win this game, I suppose.
What does that do?
I don't know. Like
All right.
we can maybe super slowly get up to hoof amounts of mana. I think we're playing Cradle and cycling this and seeing what happens.
Yep, I would cycle my Shepherd. And then just be salty. Alright, I would play that too.
Okay. We can bounce the Nettle Sentinel, untap
You just
Dryad
draw, I mean,
Arbor.
yeah, it just draws another card.
Alright. That was about as good of a turn we could hope for post Plague Engineer. Now we can like try to find a natural order and
Yeah.
optimize this game.
You should pick up your Sentinel.
I think so. Well, does that change our natural order math?
You could draw Glimpse. It also doesn't change the natural order math. If you draw natural order, you're getting Progenitus.
I more specifically meant the ability to immediately cast it.
Oh, you
I
just
guess
play
it
land
doesn't.
and cast it
Yeah.
because you have Cradle, right? And then the Sentinel breaks even. You're not getting dazed from this deck. Okay.
And Green Sun for a new Wirewood.
What is that better than, yeah, green setting for definitely playing one of your green suns this turn. So what if you lead with, I
Go
think I
like
would lead with
Metal
Sentinel,
Sentinel.
use Cradle and play Visionary maybe? Or no, play Forest and then use Dryad Arbor Forest and play Visionary just to draw a card.
All right.
Yeah, I'll just get bounce guy.
Yeah, it feels bad being on the wrong side of Plague Engineer 2 rounds in a row.
You can trade with that plague engineer.
Do we think
Get
our
killed by
opponent has nothing?
you get insta kill by removal spell, but you can force it out. So what's your other? You have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 mana on your turn. No, I wouldn't do that because you could draw a
Yeah.
cradle.
We already used one Dried Arbor this game, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it got STP'd.
Yeah. No
Um,
attacks pass after playing land.
you think that they have another? Yeah, I'd probably just play land and say go.
I just don't think we can risk it. Like,
Nah.
we have to cast this for 9 total mana, so losing any one of our creatures just super sucks. Oh, fuck. Okay. Well,
Good, no attack there.
now we have to draw the hoof.
I think you have to draw decay. You're not gonna win if you Okay.
Block, bounce versus leave in play. Block, bounce.
You can block bounce, and then that's fine. It just saves points. I definitely wouldn't leave it in play. You need the game to go longer so you can draw towards some of your removal spells. Even though I think at this point it's kind of doomed.
Yeah, I think we get exactly.
You could play that face down. I don't think you're gonna win anyways, but just saying.
Now we have 4 8 mana in play plus 5 creatures.
Let's just block bounce again. Just take one. Basically, you just kind of have to keep doing this, I think.
Oh,
This isn't very fun.
nope.
This is what it's like playing D&T in this metagame. You just get destroyed by everything.
Yes, but it's worse. It's less fun. You win with elves sometimes. Um, D&T just like folds to so many things in the format right now. Like, can't beat Oko, you can't beat Arcanist most of the time.
Yeah.
Like, the amount of life gain that Bro and Friends represents is also a little daunting.
Yeah. Your equipment, I think if your equipment was safe like it used to be, it would be good, but you can't really go over the top when they just Oko your equipment. You should trade your 2/2 for that containment priest. And then save 3 more points. Yeah.
I really hope this means they don't have another one. Okay.
Okay, well how much mana do you have right now? You have 5, 6, 7, 8 mana total?
Yeah.
Well, I think you just have to glimpse and play some stuff out. So that let's just start with that, right?
Yeah, I think so. Okay. Well,
I would play that.
see where this goes. Yep. Elf in
It doesn't.
play.
Yeah, you can't do anything. Whatever. Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
Some. All right. I think you need to kill. Yeah, that for sure. And then you can just go off. Oh, never give up. Never surrender.
Not gonna auto yield that in case.
You should.
Yep.
You should.
Putting a birch lore in there.
Well, you can't. It's gonna untap automatically anyways. But yeah.
Okay,
All right.
good point.
Yeah. Use the Dryad Arbor and use the Dryad Arbor.
Yeah, in case we draw another decay.
Yeah. I mean, you just don't need to tap it yet.
Oh, that's good. We show that this turn, or do we try to sandbag this?
I mean, I would probably just play this one first. I would return a basic force and untap your Dryad Arbor, and then play that. Have you played a land yet?
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. Figure out in a second. Don't play that. Play the no, play that off. Play the Korean Ranger off of your Dryad Arbor. You could draw another Cradle, and that would change the way you play this turn out.
Good call.
Okay.
All right, that's very good.
I think I would return another forest and untap the Dryad Arbor. Yeah. Need that. Then you can play Birch Lore. Yeah. I think they might have killed themselves here. It's pretty easy for you to win. Okay, I think I would Thoughtseize them here. This is another reason that we were keeping the black up the whole time. Let me see that hand, dude.
2 cards.
Show me what you got.
Yeah,
I would
we
take Dead
will.
of Winter.
We will take the Dead of Winter. Yes. Okay.
Okay, you can play Allosaurus Rider using your Birchlore Rangers. Yeah, it doesn't really matter what you tap.
That's
I
pretty
think
good.
I would tap the Cradle now.
Well, we
No,
can tap all 4 creatures if that's something we're willing to do to play Visionary.
you could all, but I just don't know that I want to return all that stuff to my hand. I kind of want to have my hand with I think I would just play Visionary with the
Or,
Cradle. It's just making a lot of mana anyways.
or I should probably make mana with this though first.
You should definitely tap because you're only tapping one elf for 1 mana, so you should definitely do that. You should be tapping that for every spell. I think you wanted to tap your Shepherd there, probably. Or actually, maybe you leave your Shepherd up because they're gonna elk it, so you wanted to be able to block with that. Yep.
Oh,
Okay, what does that change? I still don't think you can't kill them this turn or really do anything. So one Dried Arbor is gone.
we can
I
get
think I would
Wirewood.
I think I would Green Sun for a Wirewood and look to natural order this turn. Yeah, tap your Visionary this time. Yep. Yep. Then I would untap like Birchlore Rangers and return Visionary. It's fine. Yeah. Make a mana. This out.
Whee!
I don't think Hoof is lethal if we took the swords because we just don't have enough creatures that can attack. All right, I would just probably just make a mana tapping one Visionary and play that other one, right?
I think so. Where
Yep.
you at? Here.
Okay. Glimpse number 2. Yeah, make a mana.
Better.
Oh, it don't matter which one you play. Oh, bad draw.
Rough. Okay, that's it happened.
Doesn't actually matter. You should just play. All right, I would probably just play Forest and pass. I don't want to do anything else. Just hang out. They can't really attack into you because you can untap elves
Billion
and
things.
make 5/5s, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Do uncounterable natural order or Alice or Shepherd kill next turn.
Yeah.
We can
Well, you're
we can natural order now.
no. What are you gonna natural order for?
Yep.
I want to get Crater Hoof next turn. I just want to hang out. And if when they go to Elk, your Shepherd, you're gonna return it to your hand
Okay,
and
sure.
chill. You're probably also gonna make your guys 5/5s, but we'll see when that time comes.
See if we just get like Snapcaster Mage, Dead of Winter, or something like that after all that work.
That would be pretty bad.
Bounce
Yeah,
that.
you can't return
Oh
that.
no. Wait, yeah, we can.
What? Dude, that is a Korean Ranger.
Nope.
You
Things
just
are
have to
too
yeah,
small.
that's fine. They have one draw step. And you can block with basically anything you want. Said 7 creatures plus 2 attackers is 14. Plus 1 from driver, plus 5 from hook. Didn't they have untapped creatures, Hatjacks? I think we might have already used our Korean Rangers. I'm not sure. I'd have to go back and look at it, but I didn't really. It didn't really pop out to me that the hoof would have ever been lethal. Just need to block 1/3/3.
Yeah. Um, we're not bouncing, right? We just jump.
Uh, I mean, I think I would bounce. Yeah.
Well, we don't want to activate the Wirewood, right? We have one of those.
What are you gonna?
So
What? Why not?
we
What are you
don't we need.
protecting?
Oh no, do we lost the Shepherd already?
You lost the Shepherd. They
Yeah,
STP
okay.
EOT. Oh, when he's saying when we thought seized, we could have planned to kill. Like we could have taken the STP and planned to kill. I'd have to look back and to see exactly when, because this turn didn't really feel like a huge combo turn. It felt like a value turn. So that's where my brain was. I felt like if we put them in a position where they had to peel something, then we were going to be really well off. Because if we take the STP and for some reason it goes awry, then we just instantly lose. So I just wasn't even like there in my brain.
Yeah, I think you just have to take the Dead of Winter. I think our combo turn went exceptionally well. Well, that's pretty good. Now we just get to natural order twice if it doesn't work the first time.
Yep. I mean, you could just do anything you want. It's over completely. You could play Progenitus and natural order that if you wanted to kill them, or close to it.
I think with summoning sick.
Huh? It's in the middle, right in the middle of your board.
Oh, here it is.
Yeah, you got to see the spinnies.
All right, good stuff. Ugh. Well, I'm glad we just didn't like fold to Plague Engineer 2 rounds in a row and then like sadly limp our way through the tail end of a league.
But what you have to do is you have to keep a good, positive mental attitude and never give up. That being said, I never do that. I just always just FF, go to the next game. I'm done. They had to have it, so no reason to keep playing.
Yeah, there's a way you should play leagues and there's a way that people realistically do play leagues, and it's very different from how like you tend to treat an actual like paper tournament with actual real prizes on the line.
Yeah, for the most part, I just kind of treat leagues like getting a feel for my deck. It doesn't really matter if I win a ton or lose a ton. It's mostly about how the deck feels because moto results can be so skewed. A couple days ago, I lost to mono black rogues playing that rug mid range deck, like the snow deck. I just got completely clowned by like the 1/1 unblockable and Una's blackguard, and it was pretty funny.
Similarly, like motor results versus paper results tend to have like slightly different meta games, much more fast combo online or graveyard combo than in paper.
Hey, don't say that. I've had a bunch of sweet moto results. Don't take me down a peg. All right, I would mulligan this hand.
With Once Upon a Time?
Oh, wait, you have a once upon a time?
Yeah,
God, my vision is terrible. But even then, what does this hand do? You draw one card, you put some elves in play, but then you can draw any natural order, Green Sun Zenith, or Craterhoof for a kill.
yeah.
All right, I'm down. Let's go.
I don't know the math behind it, but I feel like we're pretty likely to be able to hit a land. Good.
Take forest, yeah.
If this game goes long, we can probably have a really sick glimpse cycle.
Yep.
Oh, no, we're not
This
going
game's
long.
probably not gonna go that long.
GG, well played.
Yeah. So the problem with your ROBs is if they plague engineer you, your cradle doesn't tap for all the mana you need it to. Okay,
All
this
right.
this is workable. Wow,
Oh,
that was
fuck.
bad for you.
Oh my god.
That was so bad for you.
That was like impressive. All right.
I don't want to call it now, but your deck sucks. This guy's
Yep.
deck is good.
Yep. Opponent played better. Started with the deck selection.
All right, go ahead and crank for two. Or you, I'm also down to concede and go to the next game. I don't think this is winnable.
I agree
Your
with
hand is
that.
too bad.
Like they have to echo us into a. Let's give them one turn to see if they echo us into a better hand. I'm willing to play one more turn.
All right.
But if they just like play an Urza, we're so done.
I do like that you said we should play Unero bees instead of killer bees because of the added utility of the removal spell. All right, yeah. Let's see if they
Yeah.
echo you now with the Narset. Let's see how good the one card hand you get is. All right, it was a one drop.
All right. All right. Like,
Okay, I
guess
would bring
I'll.
in 4 Leyline of the Void.
Yeah, like you've done your damage, opponent. All right. Seems like we don't want to get echoed. Seems like Collector Oof is insane, and then some of this stuff
You probably want some of those, yeah.
probably decay. You are probably going to have basic lands, so Assassin's Trophy is less good than normal, especially when
I,
you're ramping them
I don't
for
know if I would
Turo.
want discard, even if they're playing a Chalice deck. Like they're playing a Chalice deck, so your discard is kind of weak. And I feel like the truth is Leyline and not anything else. Probably cut, I don't know, maybe like Birchlore or Sentinel or Heritage Druid. Like the combo cards are probably worse. Even Glimpse could be worse. They're like a Narset mid-range control-ish deck.
Yeah, I wonder if we like trim two glimpses.
I think that's fine. This seems like a Huff style deck. I would bring in the trophies. They're a Karn deck for sure. They're gonna try to Karn bridge you.
Okay, we need to cut a couple more cards.
You could probably cut another Sentinel and maybe like a Heritage Druid or something. I don't really know how this deck works too much. Like I don't know when you're supposed to just say like we need a combo or a little bit more mid-rangey stuff.
Well, Visionary is still a creature at the end of the day, Lord Darkview, right? Like, it still attacks. It still is something I can play around Chalice. Yikes. Leyline's good. It's not that good. This is good. What do we throw back?
I think you would. I might mulligan to 5.
What?
I think I think Leyline is gonna literally be the most important thing you could possibly do against this person's deck.
So
This
this
hand is
this stops Chalice. This gets Collector Oof. Like,
okay. Yeah. Okay, now let's keep. But my gut was if you're bringing 4x Leyline, I would probably get rid of the Quirion or the second Green Sun. Yeah, probably the Quirion. Green Sun seems like it'll be better.
Fire Shepherd pass.
Yep. You can get Bayou here too. They're not gonna wasteland you. You also can't play Collector Roof this next turn, by the way.
Yeah, I was just thinking about that. I wonder if we messed up. I wonder if we were supposed to
You were
just
supposed to
get
get
Dryad
Dryad
Arbor
Harbor.
on one.
Yeah, that was really bad.
Because if they play the Chalice, we could just play the House or start Shepherd later. Yeah. Oh, good God. All right. Well,
So that was horrible for you.
okay. Now we get a Dryad Arbor and pray that they don't have a second. No, they have a Lotus Petal.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But I
seems.
mean,
Ugh.
they can't replay their ballista, so it's fine. They play the pedal, they can't play the ballista.
Oh, that's true.
I would just get a dry rubber and play your cradle and pass. This match has been an absolute pathetic showing from the Elves deck.
Yeah, I swear this deck has some game.
Okay. They drew a land on their second turn.
Rough.
Playing ballista for 2 here, right?
Womp 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 womp. So
Okay.
we're still maybe okay if we just like naturally draw lands and can get the oof into play. But
Alright.
until then, or until I decay Emery, bad.
Yeah. This is not good.
Oh no, that's not actually. Oh no, it will be 4 mana once they put another artifact into play with Emery. They can start stacking counters on Ballista as well.
Yeah, my god, what are they gonna get back if they targeted? Oh, you can't see it. That was a bad play by their part.
I think I just like getting a drop into play and drawing the Ballista that they do have.
Yep.
Cool. At least they don't have a bobble yet, so they're also not like accruing card advantage.
Yeah, I agree. This is going well for us. That's how I choose to interpret. What? Oh, they're putting 2 counters on the ballista
Yeah,
here. Why? They're probably just trying to attack you, I guess.
yeah. Just close the
Whatever.
game out while they have us locked out. Don't give time to draw into some stupid natural order base kill.
Okay. I think if you miss on a land next turn, it's probably over.
Well, I think
It's gonna
it's literally lethal, right? Like they pump a Ballista this turn, they hit us for 5, we go to 9, and next turn they attack and they can just to finish.
Yeah. They can't double pump this turn, so they can hit you for 5, yeah, 9, and then next turn is actual lethal, yeah. Even if you play a guy that has a Silco point.
Oh, are we just getting like Karned now since they didn't pump? Is that happening too? Oh, Echo?
No, they gotta spin to win. Oh, we hit our ley line. See if that comes up. Sigh. Okay. Alright, I
Alright,
think you're dead now.
we're dead. Like,
Yeah.
not gonna let them make the top tier army. Not gonna give them that satisfaction.
Nah, you're just gonna have to get a win and just be satisfied with just a victory.
Alright, let's see if we can at least break even in this league when we don't really know what we're doing.
Yeah, 3-2 would be kind of sweet here. Get one good chesty. Get your money back.
I think the deck feels fine. Like,
I think the deck is pretty good, but obviously you're just kind of getting ranched here.
like in the games that we're playing, it feels like we have a lot of lines, a lot of room to decision, a lot of relatively powerful things. Land, Dryad Arbor, do a baby glimpse on
Well, you don't
E
have
or
any
something.
creatures to glimpse.
Like we have to hold this.
I think this hand is okay because you go turn one you go Dryad Arbor, turn two you go Glimpse Ranger, and you can draw cards, and then you can return a forest and play like more elves if you draw them, and kind of just get a bigger hand. Yeah, Legacy Goblins. People have been winning a lot with elves. Matt Hoey went 20-0 in the Mana Traders event, and then I think it did reasonably well in the NRG too. Allosaur Shepherd is just crazy. It's literally anti-control, anti-counter spells completely, and then it also kills your opponent for free.
All
Okay,
right.
and I'll draws the opponent. I think I would just glimpse Ranger and see what you draw. I'm fine cycling here.
Okay.
Okay, you can definitely play that.
So do we just play a
Slash.
land to play it and assume that we're not like full comboing this turn, or
Okay,
do
so let's think about the way it plays out. If you play a land to play it, you will have one draw step to hit an elf. Where if you go, so let's say you play it, not using that. Yeah, play a land to play it. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying to think if there's any way that this could happen. I don't you're not. I don't think you're full comboing here. And then I think I would hang out and pass.
yep, that's good. Like we have another glimpse for later if we need it. Didn't bounce a land
Yeah,
for like maybe turns away from hoofing or something like that.
pretty close.
Like we can just green sun for some elf next turn, get in a couple points of chip damage, and go from there. Yeah, we have multiple pieces of gas. This is not that big of a deal. But I would have taken as well.
Yep.
Spirit
The
Guide?
heck?
Do you have like double spirit?
Dismember.
Dismember? Okay.
All right.
That was admittedly a pretty good turn.
Okay. I would play Glimpse and Sentinel. I think, being that's your only choice. I would play that.
Ball. Those were admittedly some pretty okay draws off the top.
Think I would play land and pass turn and then kill them.
Now they have to thought not us again.
Let's see what they. They're pretty dead here. I don't know what they could really have. They'd have to be another thought knot with a spirit guide. Looks like yeah. Who cares? You die. You should fetch a Dry Arbor. Don't like randomly click through the turn.
I agree.
Didn't Cradle? Cradles are very expensive now, aren't they?
They recently spiked.
I have one, so maybe if I play Elves, I'll just draw that one a lot.
Would like
Okay,
to
well,
save that.
nope, wrong one. Right? Oh no, no,
So
you did it
it's
right. You
choose
did it right.
target
Okay.
creature, turn a forest.
Yeah, I would just double click the tapped one, not to risk it. You have to play around all the NGGO cheese outs.
So now we
Well,
have to go. Well, we play this Dryad Arbor, then go 1/2, untap 4.
yeah, they're super dead. Doesn't matter too much how you do it. Yeah.
Tap this forest, the 4, natural order, sacrifice the Cunning Sick Tutor, summon 1 Crater Hook. Good stuff. All right, so what did we do before? These 5 in.
I do not want Collector Roof. I think it is. I don't think it's good.
Go like this and then shave one drop,
Probably.
maybe a birch lore. Or maybe
Yeah.
birch lore is maybe more valuable if we were bringing
I
in
want
black
I want
cards.
Birch Lore with all the TKs. Yeah, I think I would probably cut maybe a Sentinel. Yeah, this seems fine. I think I would just do this. I don't want to overthink it. I just want to have kill spells.
Okay. Is there any world where we want the Progenitus?
I don't think so. I don't think the game's coming down to that.
Like a big old nope from me?
Well, this hand does nothing. Well, yeah, this hand doesn't really do anything. So
Yeah. Yikes. We're shipping that again and going to 5. Our opponent has also
yep.
gone to 5.
I mean, you don't. This hand does nothing. Yeah.
Fuck! Right. 4 it is.
Yeah. I mean, we could keep this and just die.
We'll be keeping this. So it feels like,
Dry Arbor's obviously bad.
yeah.
Think I would keep.
I
Wow,
think
this hand is tough.
I want both of these.
I think I want the lands
Glimpse
and the
one
trophy.
drop.
I would probably get rid of. I think I would get rid of Birchlord Glimpse, and then be able to kill a Chalice or a Thought Nut, whatever their one thing is, because they're gonna have one big payoff and try to get you that way.
Yeah, sure, I'll buy that. Forest Nettle.
Yep, that's fine.
All right, so
Yeah,
now
I'd play fetch. I'd go Forest Dryad fetch. Go. Does this deck play? Do they have basics? You think you could just kind of screw them?
what I was thinking about.
Like
So
if you just go land go, my gut says they'll probably just wasteland you randomly. You can
yeah,
build them
so if we
out.
Assassin's Trophy and kill their Eldrazi Temple, and they're on a Thought-Knot Seer focused hand, like
Yeah, I would just play Bayou and pass and just try to bait them. I don't think these decks play any basics at all.
yeah, I think we Assassin's Trophy their land and their upkeep.
Yep. Oh, don't wasteland me. God, every time.
Get them. Basic wastes is really uncommon.
Choosing a card. Oh my god.
All
Unreal.
right.
Unreal. Still actually a fine play.
Yeah, I still don't regret it.
Still, unlucky.
I mean, opponent mulled to 5, we mulled to 4. This is the game of unlucky.
Yeah. Let's get our powerful 1/1 into play. The other option is to hold it for Glimpse, but don't really think that's
I
what's
think
going
we
on.
are on the anemic beats plan and hope they miss out on getting to 4 mana.
Yeah, it also just feels like they have a thought. Well, you got outplayed.
Yep.
Feels like they have a thought knot. I kind of don't want to just sit there and just have them take a card for free.
Oh, they have Smasher.
Yeah, you're getting beat down. I'd fetch Dryad here so you can natural order, draw it. I guess never mind. You don't have the mana, but you would need Cradle.
I still think
It
we're
doesn't
fetching
matter.
it.
Yeah, I would still just fetch it and you're gonna attack. Okay.
All right. Well,
I mean, you ain't blocking.
I don't think I'm blocking. I don't think we win if we block.
Nah. I don't think you should play Bayou.
I agree with that.
That's bad. I would attack.
I think we send in all 3, see what they do.
Yep.
Like an okay position for them to block ping.
Yeah, then you need a triple block here. This is bad for you.
No, 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 no.
Okay, well you die.
Yeah, that's fine. We can whack the concede. Uh,
Yeah,
we're gonna try not to mull to 4 this time. I think that was our biggest mistake that game.
should have played around it. Yeah. Okay, I think just keep it the same. I don't really want to change anything. Eh, you could add one over like a trophy or something, but maybe it's good one of just to have. Maybe maybe the decay is worse. I just don't think I'd play with it. I don't know. I don't want to have this for only ballista.
All right.
All right, I would mulligan again. Good God, this is not fun for us. Okay,
This hand is also bad.
you want to go to 5?
I don't know that I do, but this hand does nothing.
I would just keep it and be salty.
Yeah, I think we're tossing this hoof, hoping to draw a creature and get a card or 2 off a glimpse.
Yep. Just play land go. I would just
Yeah, I
chill.
think we're just gonna fetch a Dryad Arbor with this. Well, maybe. Depends if they play like
Yeah,
Soul Land
maybe.
Pass.
I just wouldn't fetch it all here. Well,
Right.
Collector Oof would have been good.
Yeah, now I think we're not fetching Dryad Arbor.
No.
We're going to be getting some Bayous one way or another and decaying.
I think I would play Misty Pass and then decay this once they play Thought Knot. And then next turn you go.
Glimpse with 2 creatures available.
Yeah, now you wish you would fetch the Dryad, but I think if they played Ballista here, it'd just be instantly over. With that.
Awkward. Now I think I don't decay. Costs me
I
the
mean,
land. It makes my Glimpse turn worse.
Yeah, I would just draw, play land, go. I think I would play Dryad Arbor pass. Actually, yeah, this is still fine because, yeah, this is fine.
Like they can Wasteland this, they can Warping Whale this.
They could play a kill spell from their hand, which is likely what they're gonna do, but
Oh,
okay, that's good for you. Best case scenario for you is that is not a best case. Okay, I would probably decay their GTA.
yeah. Are we going off double Bayou?
Yeah, you should. This hand is a struggle.
Yep.
We have a lot of good draws that could just slam you back into this game and kind of win, but we'll see.
I mean, we lose this and probably. No, we're not losing the Dryad Arbor here. I mean,
Okay,
I'm very
I would
thankful.
play Glimpse.
Yeah, we put the crate.
Don't
No,
play
we
your
don't put the
Cradle yet. They're
Cradle
gonna
into play
wasteland
yet.
that. Just play Glimpse with the Dryad Arbor. So yeah, Ranger. Okay, Druid. Yeah. 3.
So we have 3 mana Green Sun for Wirewood.
Okay, so you green sun for Wirewood, and then what do you want to do?
I guess we go to. Doesn't really do much, does it? We bounce an elf, get 1 redraw, and we're done.
I think I still want a green sun for Wirewood, but what my inclination to do here is to play Cradle, green sun for Wirewood, then try to untap the Dryad Arbor with the Ranger, and then return Ranger and untap Dryad Arbor again if they wasteland it. I think I just want to draw as many cards as I can here. Like, do you want to cycle or do you want to just hang out for a turn? Like, you could just pick any creature. Like, you could just pick up. You should actually. I think you should just pick up Heritage Druid and replay it.
That sounds good.
Yeah, I was
So
trying to think if there's
do
some
we try to
line.
untap this?
You should just definitely target it to untap
Yeah.
it.
Oh,
And then
wow.
just, I mean, it
Okay.
doesn't matter. Just play your Druid with the mana you have floating, so it's
Yeah,
fine.
I don't think we get greedy enough to go for the other glimpse here.
Do you want a green sun again? What do you want a green sun for though? Would be the question. You could
Well,
get a visionary. You could. They're
well,
gonna kill your
we don't
cradle. So
have enough mana, right? Like, depending on what they do with this whole Dryad Arbor situation, like whether or not they let us untap it with the
yeah,
Quirion Ranger.
maybe just get another symbiote. I would float mana and try to untap your thing again maybe and just see what they do. Because you know they're gonna kill your cradle. Like if they're not killing this now, then the cradle's not long for this world.
All right.
Okay, I would definitely play this Green Sun. Probably just get another symbiote. Right? I think that's the play. The other option is Shepherd.
We have a potential win condition in play for if we rip another Cradle.
Yeah, but if you get a symbiote, you draw another card now.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, and tap the Dryad Arbor again. Pick up, yeah.
I guess
You
we
should pick up
pick
Quirion
up
Ranger.
Quirion Ranger.
Yep. Okay, that's fine. Now you're just big chilling and passing the yeah.
Yep.
Nothing else to do.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Interesting. I want to have Warping
Return.
Whale.
Make sure you return both your elves. Yep. What are they wait? Yeah, you knew that was
Cradle.
gonna happen. Whatever. Okay.
Yeah, that seems good.
All right. You just glimpse and play all your elves out, right?
Like it's the plan.
You have to play this one first. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Now you get to play. It's just not gonna matter. Yeah, you just untap these both. Yep. Then you should play just Heritage. Don't play your land yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Rip Cradle and make it gross.
Okay, now you have to play your land.
Yep.
Play your Shepherd, or you could hold your Shepherd. I would just play it. Yeah, playing Shepherd's fine.
Get that in play.
Yeah,
Now we'll make a billion mana.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a clutch
That
draw.
might kill them. I think they're dead right now. Make 3 mana, and then return your Quirion Ranger. Return Quirion Ranger, untap Dryad Arbor probably. Yep. They could counter a sorcery. Oh, they can't. You have okay. Yeah, they're
Well,
super dead.
they
Just
would
play
have to
this.
have the Spirit Guide. Spirit
And
Guide Leash's
they'd also
Factory.
have to kill
Oh
your
yeah,
Shepherd.
Allosaur Shepherd. Yeah, good
Yeah,
point.
yeah, yeah.
So just
I would
cast
just
Natural Order and
no,
bash.
I would play Korean Rangers. That way you have another creature untapped in case they like dismember it or something like that. I don't know. Who knows? Okay.
Now we'll just Dryad Arbor, Quirion Ranger again and do it.
Sure. Yeah, I don't think this matters anymore. I don't know.
Uh,
Sack anything. Sure. Alright, I think this is gonna be the game. Being they're gonna take 100 damage.
Good stuff. All right, so we, fumbling through this league with our efforts combined, have put up the 3-2. I consider that actually pretty good considering the matchups that we faced. That Eldrazi deck in particular felt like the sort of thing that we're probably never beating.
The
The
one with
black white
Plague
one,
Engineers and
yeah,
Containment Priest. Yeah.
like yikes. Any thoughts on the deck list?
No, I think Once Upon a Time looks kind of bad. It just doesn't seem like a good card that good in this deck. But my sample size isn't high enough to say for sure. It just seems like in the kind of a weird spot where it's bad with your glimpse turns. Only really that great in your opening hand. I'm not sure this is the kind of deck that is specifically digging for like this specific one of all the time or needs this card. Like it feels weird to only have three heritage druids and like three shepherds and a bunch of three ofs when they're the best cards in your deck. It seems like I think personally my gut would be to cut these three for natural order shepherd druid, but I could be wrong at the same time. I don't have enough experience.
Yeah, like I can
This
understand how it's more virtual looks at Cradle, it's more virtual looks at completing like Wirewood Visionary combo. Like I get why it's there, but it just felt like the thing that I should be sideboarding out in every round. And if that's the case, maybe deck's better off without it.
Yeah, when you're bringing in a bunch of spells, it's really awkward. But I could see just you thinking Cradle just is the only thing that matters game one, and you want more ways to find it. So I think it would take me a lot more matches to know. So until I play those matches, I'd probably just play the stock list.
Oh yeah, like people are doing very, very well
Yeah.
with this list or something within a card or
Yeah.
two of it. So like I trust the hive mind until I educate myself enough that I feel like I know better than them, and like I am obviously not there with elves.
Yeah. This isn't like a blue deck, like the Rug Snow deck where I've played a million games of blue decks and I can just look at it and kind of know. So
Yeah.
that's kind of where I'm at as well.
I kind of want a scavenging ooze in the sideboard.
Ooze did seem like it could be really good. So I was surprised not to see one of those in there
Like
somewhere,
just
at
being
least.
able to just have something that's tutorable for graveyard based matchups, and also just for the fair stuff, the ability to just like eat an Uro that otherwise is going to come back and muck with you later. I think I like that flexibility. Like I would be willing to trim a Cabal Therapy to get a boost to the sideboard.
Yeah, I would be. I think it's probably the change I would make, or maybe I would cut one of these removal spells. But I'd have to know the sideboard numbers to know what you're supposed to cut. But yeah, I definitely did miss Ooze in a number of matchups where it feels like it could have been really good against these mid-range piles where even if they have Oko, if you can Ooze for a turn and like eat three things, then it kind of destroys their Uro completely. Like it makes it so you just get a lot more time before Uro comes down.
All right. Daryl, if people enjoyed hearing about sort of what you're doing with Magic and they enjoyed your gameplay tips, where can people find you?
My Twitter is just my name with an underscore, I believe. I gotta check it again. Yeah, so my Twitter is just Daryl_Ayers, and then that's pretty much it. I keep Facebook for personal stuff for the most part, so you can message me on there, but I don't really add a ton of people. But if you want to hit me up, then Twitter's the place. I think my DM should be open as well.
All right, excellent. Well, thank you so much for joining me on stream tonight. Have a great rest of the evening. For everyone in chat here, I'm going to go ahead and turn you over to Goblin Lackey 1. I will be back tomorrow night with some Monster Train content, and then again on Saturday when I'll be playing some Vintage.